Mayong uto Jai, kauban ako diri karon sa UC Banilad, si Ma'am Lotlot Neri, ang Marketing and Corporate Communications Director. Mayong uto Ma'am Lot.
Opo.
So, Ma'am Lot, unsa na ang update sa distribution sa atong relief goods karon?
Sa pagkakaroon, no, we have actually about 8,000 relief goods ready to be dispatched. The transfer of goods our priorities are actually four areas. No, we have Tacloban, Ormoc, Samar, Northern Cebu. Muna itong mga priorities. But karon ang transfer of goods padung aning mga areas has been a bit of a challenge because we also have to coordinate with the people on the ground in these affected areas to make sure that distribution is done to areas who really need them the most, and there is no redundancy, no? Although nanatay naka-schedule tomorrow Mularga sa Bantayan, we're coordinating with another group because we want to make sure that there's no redundancy in the distribution of relief goods sa Bantayan. Okay, that's the most affected area. On Friday, ang tibuok, I think there are about 7 universities and colleges in Cebu who are actually who will conduct a relief good caravan going to the north, but this will only be up to the northern tip of Cebu sa mainland, no? So ang affected areas are those areas in the 5th district starting with Bourbon. So mag-distribute sa tadihag mga relief goods, and of course ang priority gihapon nato are those who are located away from the main highway, kanang layo sa poblasyon. Now for Giwan, it's not us. We're actually just it's not only UC who's doing all of these efforts. We're actually working together with different organizations, ang JCs, ang Rotary, ang Ubang Lions, no, and personal individuals who really are reaching out to help, like sila Attorney Kate Go, who are now in Giwan. They just arrived in Giwan, and they just called me through satellite phone that everything is all set for the distribution. No, they have about 13,500 affected families there from 60 barangays. We have, as you can see, we already have the goods ready to be shipped. Ang gihulat na lang yun nato is the helicopter, the C-130 that can transport all of this, because we cannot transport it by boat because there's still a problem with Tacloban. So the only way is really transporting these goods by plane, no? And that's why we're urging those who have those companies who have their planes, mga couriers, or even mga carriers nga mag-transfer sa mga tao, if they could volunteer to let us use their aircraft so we can fly these goods out to Giwan. Okay, and then for Ormoc naman sad, naasad tayo gi-arrange dito with the local groups, no, kato mga Couples for Christ, and hopefully we should start sending starting tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have about two groups going to Ormoc.
Ma'am Lot, sa katong mga buot mo hatag sa ilang mga donations, sa ilang mga hinabang, unsa mga pamaagi?
Okay. I'm sorry, I don't have the account number here with me, no? Pero UC has opened already an account. We have reactivated it. It's actually an account that we started during the earthquake in Bohol when we launched the relief operation for the Bohol victims. We have already reactivated it. We also have a SWIFT code so that those who would like to send in their donations would not have a difficulty transferring the funds from where they are out of the country to the Philippines. For those who are in Cebu, you can actually send in your donations in kind or in cash to any of our 4 campuses in Banilad, in UC Banilad, in UC Lapu-Lapu Mactan. We also have one in Mambaling and also in the Maine, UC Maine. So we will acknowledge all of your donations, and if you have any preferences, no, kung asa pa doon ang inyong donations, please indicate it because our forms have already indicated where your preferred
mga areas.
Mga kuan. Ang kinahanglan yun nato, we really have to set up already communications in these areas that are really affected, because without communication we really don't know what's going on there, no? So I think the government, together with some private institutions like Globe, Smart, and mga Isuzu, no, they're sending their trucks and their their people to make sure that communication is back, power is back, but at the same time we will not stop here. Kita kay we don't have the capacity to provide power there. Let's start already collecting all of these donations because once it's set, no, sige nang tag magpadala dito kay a lot of these shipping lines, ang Kokalyong, ang TransAsia, ang Aznar shipping, they all actually offered, no, free transportation for all relief goods to affected areas nga asa ilang adton. In fact, they have arranged a special trip for these calamity areas, no, para lang ma-deliver nato ang mga relief goods.
Mamlot katong mga ganahan mo volunteers sa may kanang buot nilang buhaton.
Okay, for the volunteers, they can actually come over to Banilad or any of our campuses. We're doing repacking there, but I would suggest that you call first because our goods medyo nagnihit gyud ta, no? So kay daghan man gud kaayo nagbuhat og ilang own mga relief operations, which is really good because everyone's helping out. So I would suggest that you call if naapabay operation kay sometimes like now we have about 100 sacks of rice na humanata before lunch o butos, but definitely the SWD would need your help. They're repacking 24 hours a day since Saturday, I think. And then sa provincial capital they're doing repacking from 8 to 5 p.m. if I'm not mistaken, and from 6 to 11 p.m. So if you are free, we would really urge you to give your share. Go to any of these centers and do not underestimate your efforts in helping in packing because that is a very big contribution.
Is there anything you wanna add, Ma'am Mamlot?
Kana lang yun, no, niya, pasalamat sad mi sa mga tao nga who've been very generous. We've gotten calls and emails from people all over the world that they really want to help. So, kanang palihog lang kung naamoy makatabang, just go to any channels. So, we have Red Cross, we have Carita, or kinsa din ha sa inyong mga lugar nga gakolekta for these victims. It doesn't really matter where you send it. I'm pretty sure they will all arrive here. And thank you very much.
Daghang salamat, Ma'am Lot. So katong mga higala nato din atangi ang dugang pang-updates kung unsa mga pamaagi aron makatabang ta sa atong mga kaigsunan nga biktima ni Super Typhoon Yolanda sa sunstar.com.ph ug sa Facebook page usab nga Sunstar Philippine News ug @Sunstar Online ug @Sunstar Cebu. Live gihapon ta gikan diri sa UC Banilad kauban si Dave Tangarurang. Kini si Army Garde para sa Sunstar Pilipinas.